legends, welcome to Ugly Art episode 6. What? I don't know what I'm doing, sorry. Today we're gonna have a look at doing timed drawings to make ugly art. And for this one, we could probably interchange the word ugly for interesting, because yes, it's ugly, but it's actually a hell of a lot more interesting. Normally at this point, I would show you examples, but today I'm not going to. I want you to join me in doing this and make your own judgments, and then we'll have a chat about our end product at the end of the video. So we'll go through the ones I've drawn today and then the ones I've drawn in the past, and we'll have a chat about what it is. What are the things you will need today? You use whatever you like. Whatever you like. I really love using charcoal for this because it's a quick way of drawing. Charcoal, especially if I will sometimes break off just a little bit. Oh, here we go. So I'll get like a bit of charcoal like this because I can use it on its side to get blocks of color, as well as the end to get finer details and things like that. So a smaller piece of charcoal is usually what I really like using. Actually, this might be the one I use. I'm going to use my A3 Willis sketchbook. I'm not doing a drawing per page though. I'll show you in a minute. I'm actually going to cut it into 4 because we're going to do 4 different times with the same picture. So all the reference photos today, because I want you to join me, I'm going to pick reference photos that are my pictures. So I'll put them up on the screen for you to join along with me. So we're just going to get stuck in straight away today. No dilly-dallying, no whiffle waffle, even though I've already been waffling. I hope you like my new background. I'm trying out a few things to see if I can make my YouTube videos a little bit better for you guys to watch. Let me know how you feel. Is it a better vibe having less clutter behind me? I don't know, you tell me. All right, let's go. I'm just gonna put you down on my desk and let's just get cracking. Here I am with my big A3 boy Willis. This just has like drawing paper in it. But it's actually pretty good paper. I like it. It's by Artec. So basically, before I start this, I'm going to split my page into 4. You can choose to do 1 on each page. It's up to you. That's not very even at all in the slightest. Like I said to you, I'm going to be using this little piece of charcoal because I really like that I can use it on its side to get thick lines and thin lines on the corner and things like that. You can literally use anything you like. You can use a pen, you can use a pencil, you can use literally anything to do this. So this is my reference picture. I print my reference pictures out quite small so that I can't see too much of the detail. I will put this up on, there will be a big one somewhere here so that you can join in with me. So the first timer I'm setting is a 1-minute timer. So I'm going to actually do it the 1-minute one up here. I know it's the smallest box, but it's fine. It doesn't matter. 1-minute timer, and I'm going to draw this picture for 1 minute. And you have to keep drawing the whole minute. You can't stop about halfway and go, yeah, I'm done. No, you have to draw the whole minute. Let's go. Ready? Go. So I sometimes find, especially something small like this with charcoal, I sometimes find the minute is actually too long. I don't actually like having the whole minute. Although I'm just taking my time this time. I don't really have time for an eraser. I probably could have drawn really quick and then done some erasing, but I didn't. So and there's only like 10 seconds left, so just fill in some of these colors. This beak, there we go. So that's, sorry, in a second, now it's been a minute. So that's a minute. The next timer I'm going to set is 30 seconds. And we're going to draw the same picture. So we're going to draw the same picture 4 times. So don't go picking a different picture. We're going to draw the same picture again. But this time we've got 30 seconds. All right? go. So what ends up happening is you start becoming more selective about what's important, what's not, and you start getting looser, more less precise lines. You get a little bit less precise with it. Ooh, there we go. So you can already tell a difference in my two pictures that I've done so far. The next one is going to be 15 seconds. 15 seconds is quick, but it's not the quickest. So I'm going to do that here. Are you ready? Go. I even kind of do some of it blind so that I can actually get those marks down. Oh, there you go. That's 15 seconds. I used the side of the charcoal a lot just then, more than I normally would. And in case you haven't already caught on, the next one's actually only going to be 5 seconds. I'm going to do it and then we'll have a chat about it. Ready? Go. So every time I do this, without a doubt, my favorite drawing is the 5 second drawing. I think sometimes the reason for this is because the lines, there's so much more energy in the lines. Because I'm trying to get it done as fast as I can. And by the fourth one, I kind of already know roughly the shapes of the animal. It's a little bit in my muscle memory for me to then pluck out without looking at the picture as much. Without a doubt, my 5 second drawing is always my favorite. I have to admit that I don't mind the 15 second drawing. Interesting. When I'm using charcoal, I don't worry about using an eraser with the 1 minute. I was just thinking about it because otherwise I feel like it's got an unfair advantage when I don't use it for the other pictures because there's just not enough time in the other ones. So I kind of stick to just using just charcoal. And while yes, that's a little bit more accurate, it's a little bit more static. It's a little bit less, it's a bit lackluster. Whereas when you get to this 15 second, I've kind of got these kind of really cool little movements happening in the wings that I really like. I really like that. So I will sometimes do this before I start an artwork. I will sometimes just do this. I like to start with the minute and get faster, so that's why it's in a sketchbook. But I've had kids that I've taught where they just do the really quick ones and they do a heap of different pictures. So let's do it again. We'll do it with a different picture this time. I probably should have done this page first. I didn't really think about that. So again, I'm still using, look, I'm going to use this little blue one because again, I can still use the side of it. I'll use this oil, so it's just an old oil pastel. It's not a fancy thing or anything. Let's pick a different picture. Oh, let's go a rhino. I like when I've got a rhino's face. So again, I'll put it up on the screen for you guys if you want to do it with me. So the first one's 1 minute. You ready? Let's go. So with the oil pastel, there's no option for erasing. And it's super important that if you do use a pencil or something that is erasable, unless you're using it as a drawing tool, try not to use an eraser. Otherwise you start getting too finicky. I very rarely ever use, I've run out of space here, I very rarely ever use an eraser to fix mistakes because for me, that's all part of my art. So I very rarely use an eraser. Got to get this eye in. I do enjoy drawing a little rhino. Not a little, they're not little at all, are they? So actually, to be honest with you, I quite like that. And depending on the size, like this is an A3 page I'm cutting into quarters. If you've got a small A5 sketchbook, I'd do one per page, and that's what I have done in the past. If you've got a big piece of paper you're doing a big artwork on, the minute might actually be fast enough. If you do a 5-second one, you might just get like a quick little bloop in the middle and not actually know what on earth's going on. So depending on the size, I find this A5 size is really good. Again, I might adjust the time slightly. If I had A4, I might do 10 seconds instead of the 5. It's up to you. It's kind of, you can have a little bit of a play around. However, I probably wouldn't increase the time unless I got a lot really bigger. So if I was doing one per page in this sketchbook, then maybe I might do a slightly longer time. Should we might try that. We'll test that out together, I reckon. All right, so the next one's 30 seconds. Are you ready? Let's go. So again, the more you draw something, the more into muscle memory it gets. So you can quite often start to not look as much, especially because we're not after accuracy. Or again, I've run out of room. We're not really necessarily after accuracy, we're just after, oh, I forgot the eye. Ooh, I was going too slow, too much gas bagging. Let's go. 15 seconds. 15, ready, go. I always start with the Rhinos. Oh my gosh, I'm running out of time. Oh, I still have time, quick. I always start with the Rhino's ears. I find their ears are very iconic. In saying that, I haven't really used the side of the oil pastel much. But anyway, let's see. I might use it for this one. Ready? 5 seconds. Go. That's cool. See? And again, when you're doing it, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm not going to get it done. But then you finish it and you go, actually, that's really cool. I love how that's turned out. One thing I do find, oh look, I've smudged that one a bit, but that's okay. One thing I do find a little bit, some people do, is when they've only got the 5 seconds, they don't draw any faster. So they might go, okay, I'm going to start with the ear. They just get less of the picture done. The whole point of this is you want to get quicker. You want to draw faster. You want to get as much of that down as you can. It's because with that speed, you get that really cool expression in your marks. So it's super important to make sure that you try to get faster as the time gets shorter. You want to get as many features of that animal in. Instead, if I had just drawn as fast as I drew this one, I would have literally ended up with just an ear. There wouldn't be a rhino, it would just be a rhino's ear. Just something to think about there. I'm going to try doing a full page of my A3 sketchbook for each one. I'm thinking I'm going to go charcoal. I'm going to use a mix of willow charcoal and that little block of compressed charcoal. I'm going to kind of have both of them here. Alright, so the first one, this will be a good test to see whether maybe you need slightly longer than 5 seconds for the large one. But I'm going to start actually on this side this time. Yeah, let's go. I'm going to do this really cool little leopard that I took a photo of at the thing. Let's go. Oh, I've kind of started like I would the 5 second one really fast. Or I've gone really big here. I would say I've gone too big. You kind of have to go quick when you got when you go big. You have to go faster. Ah! I've gone way too big for this one, but anyway. I don't even think it should be there. Oh, we've got 6 seconds. Let's add a bit of this. Actually, I should have just started with this one. Ah. So that was a minute. Wow, okay. It's only gonna get harder from here. And a bit of, I'm actually gonna get rid of the willow because I think it's too thin. I've got to have something big. And a bit of this broke off, so I'm just gonna use this to start with. Things are gonna get crazy the shorter the time. Get my picture, so I've got it here. All right, 30 seconds, you ready? Go. I don't know why, for some reason, I have particular things that I always start with. And for this one, it's kind of that nose. Oh my gosh, that went so quick. Okay, all right. I'm gonna maybe go a little bit smaller for this next one. Instead of, because the face is literally taking up the entire page. 15 seconds. I'm actually going to use the larger part of my charcoal that broke. All right, this is going to be so super fast. Are you ready? Go. All right, this will be the test. 5 seconds. I'm not sure. I don't know how this is going to turn out. Maybe this is too big for 5 seconds. Let's go 5 seconds. This is going to be crazy. You ready? Go. I'm going to say you need a little bit longer with the larger pages. I'm going to do one more, but this time I'm going to do another 5 second one. This time I'm going to use the larger piece of charcoal, and I just want to see if it's a bit different. Alrighty, 5 seconds. I'm going to do the same thing, the same leopard. I'm just going to do it again. Ready? Yeah, 5 seconds is too short, but I actually think that looks really cool. What happens if I just keep going for a few more seconds? Just a few more. I actually really like that. The 10 seconds I think is the sweet spot. Okay, so there you go. If you end up doing it on an A4 sheet, you need to give yourself more than 5 seconds so that you can actually capture the face. But just remember that, you know, it's not 5 seconds of slow drawing. It's got to be 5 to 10 seconds of fast drawing, super fast. And so the less time you've got, the faster it goes. All right, let's have a look. This was the first one we did. This was that magpie flying. We got the 1 minute, 30 second, 15 second, and I smudged it 15 and 5, but I smudged it when I was doing this page because I decided to do this one first because, I don't know, because I'm a crazy cat. Same with this, 1 minute, 30 second, 15 second, 5 second. Again, I love the 5 and 10 second ones. I think they're cool. The 5 second one of the Rhino, definitely, but I like these two of this one. Then I decided to do the big ones. These have not been, I haven't sprayed these, so they have smudged a little bit when I turn the page, but I'll get to it. The 1 minute, again, it just looks so static. I just don't like it, because I think I just get into a really, with 1 minute, I get into, I've got to make a really clear representation of this animal, and I think it's just too static. You know, and 30 seconds is even better than the 1 minute. It's starting to loosen up a little bit. She still doesn't have an ear, but that's okay. That's fine. That's fine. But then the fast ones is where it really gets interesting. I love this one, but you cannot tell what animal it even is. But it's that whole, you're not thinking about it. It's just a cool picture. Like, I love that as just a standalone artwork, not as a representation of an animal. But that was the 10-second, this was the 5. Then I did another one for 5 seconds with the larger piece of charcoal we just did together, and I actually really love this one. This one has to be my favorite of the day. Again, you can't quite tell what animal it is, but it's that fluidity of those lines and that movement that makes this picture really come alive and not just be a boring drawing. I could sit here and look at that all day long. I love that. That's so good. So cool. So cool. Thank you for joining me. Ooh, I've got something exciting coming up next week. So make sure you're subscribed and hit the little bell icon to make sure you're part of it. I've kind of got a video about this time drawing, but how teachers can use it in the classroom or how you can use it in a workshop. I'm going to go through how educators can use time drawing to help people loosen up their drawing skills, basically, and to draw more expressively. And I don't know about you, but have a little look. In a matter of 10 minutes, I went from tight to super expressive and loose. Like, if that's not evidence that this is one of the most effective ways for loose expressive drawing, I don't know. Call me Bob and smack me on the head, because that is cool. I actually really like that. I wouldn't mind trying maybe to do that on a larger scale, but I don't know. We'll see. Maybe another day. All right. Thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And here is another video, part of my ugly art series. Ooh, watch this if you want to have some more techniques up your sleeve.